Harmon and Chris Allen break down a chaotic Week 4 in the NFL, delivering their instant fantasy takeaways from a Sunday slate packed with action. They categorize the games into 3 buckets: the ones that matter most, those that matter a little, and games that could have been summarized in an email. The discussion opens with Harmon recapping the primetime showdown between the Packers and Cowboys, a game that ended in a 40-40 tie, one of the highest scoring ties in NFL history and the first tie in the league since 2022. Jordan Love and the Packers nearly fell short on Sunday night, but thanks to a last-second field goal from Brandon McManus, they walked away with a tie. The Cowboys had taken the first possession in overtime and settled for a field goal, giving Green Bay the ball back with just over 4 minutes remaining. Love led the team downfield, navigating a chaotic final series that included a failed pass to Emmanuel Wilson and a hurried attempt to line up receivers before the clock expired. The final play set up McManus' kick, preserving the tie. Packers coach Matt LaFleur admitted the closing sequence was poorly executed, and Love echoed the sentiment, acknowledging the difficulties of running a no-huddle play under such pressure. Statistically, Love was impressive, completing 31 of 43 passes for 337 yards and 3 touchdowns, all to Romeo Doubs. Josh Jacobs contributed on the ground and through the air, with 86 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 71 receiving yards on 4 catches. The Packers enter their bye week with a 2-1-1 record, leaving questions about their 2-minute offense but also a foundation of promising fantasy production. For the Cowboys, Dak Prescott threw 31 of 40 for 319 yards and 3 touchdowns, while Javonte Williams added 85 rushing yards and a touchdown. George Pickens delivered a standout performance with 134 receiving yards and 2 scores on 8 catches. Dallas now sits at 1-1, heading into a matchup against the New York Jets, and fantasy managers will weigh the consistency of Prescott, Williams, and Pickens as critical weekly contributors. Harmon and Allen also highlight the boom and bust players of the week, with Ashton Jeanty and McConkey representing the extremes. They break down the key matchups for the games that matter most, including Baltimore at Kansas City, Indianapolis at the Rams, Philadelphia at Tampa Bay, and the Chargers at the Giants. Secondary games like Jacksonville at San Francisco and Minnesota versus Pittsburgh provide insights into streaming options, while less impactful matchups round out the analysis. Their recap blends statistics, context, and strategy, giving fantasy managers actionable takeaways from a wild NFL week.